フルカウンター
Escanor is coming back to Grand Cross finally, either later next week or possibly for New Year's, and today we're going to break down how this new Escanor will play in game and go over which Escanor it actually will be, because at the moment there's not a clear-cut answer about who this Escanor could be. Could it be the one from Ragnarok? Could it be the one from the Zeldris fight? Could it be Ultimate the one? Well, today lads, we're going to break down all possible Escanors and go through who I think will be the new Escanor coming to Grand Cross later this week. Or next month, if you class it as New Year's. Alright, so currently right now we have two Escanors, at least for the base two, right? And we are missing the blue one. And I do believe the blue one will be the Ragnarok version, mainly because the actual Ragnarok Escanor that we're going to see in the storyline isn't based off the end series Escanor. The Ragnarok storyline, I believe, takes place between either after the commandments or before the commandments show up, right? So the Escanor that we're seeing in story mode isn't that evolved. He shouldn't recently go into Ultimate the One. He shouldn't even go into the One. Although we can do it, we most likely won't see it. So that means Escanor should be based off his actual Sunshine form, which is this one right here. Also right now though, what I will say is though, the blue Escanor that we are going to get will be quite OP, because not only would he be blue, he will also be based off defense, or at least get a massive attack based off his actual defense. And at the moment right now, the blue team has gotten a massive defensive power with the whole mono blue basically. So if you were to put the blue Escanor right here, that I do believe will be Ragnarok version, he is going to get a massive attack boost on the defense team. And the guy could be quite powerful. So I'm actually looking forward to this guy coming out to the game. But that might be a bit wild because, well, now we're going to go into the new Escanor, which would be a festival character. So obviously right now we know it's going to be a new name Escanor. Mainly because, well, he can't sell us another the one. We've already gotten the one in the game. So to release a different color of the one already we have in the game would be not it would be kind of underwhelming, right? So it will be a new name Escanor, new stats, new passives, new ultimates, new abilities, and it can only really be two characters: Escanor based off his actual daytime form, or Escanor based off his ultimate the one form. However, I think with the timeline wise, boys, it only makes sense to get Escanor from the actual Zeldris fight. Almost this whole year basically we've been getting all the characters from this fight, starting off obviously with almost never Zeldris, then we got Demon Chandler, we just got Demon Cusack, we got obviously Merlin, Margot came out a little bit earlier because she did show up a little bit earlier as well. So we've gotten everyone from this chapter but the Escanor fight. So to just skip him and jump straight away to Ultimate the One, it'll be a bit weird, right? Because then that means at one point we will need to get Escanor based off that fight, but then to go down a level will be kind of underwhelming. Not to mention the big elephant in the room, boys, and that is 7 Days Since Origins. That game will be releasing next year, and right now Grand Cross is a bit dry to where any Escanor that comes out would be one of the hypest things Grand Cross can do right now, regardless of it being Escanor's daytime form or Escanor's ultimate the one form. However, with Origins coming out next year, if we were to get Ultimate the One Escanor now, and then to get Origins, and then to get an Escanor based off his daytime form, that'll be a little bit underwhelming, right? So I think the timeline-wise, it just makes sense since the fight just happened. Give us Escanor based off that fight, then we get Origins, and then after Origins does release, we get Ultimate the One Escanor to bring hype back to Grand Cross, because at that point, a lot of attention will be on Origins, and that's the only way I really see him doing it. I will say though that Escanor or Miel are most likely the two festivals coming towards the end of the year, and one of them will be a light type character. I'm definitely leaning towards more Miel. However, if they do decide to make Escanor the light type character, I think at that point it could definitely be Ultimate the One, because I've been saying for a while now, if they're ever going to do a light Escanor, it should be for his Ultimate the One version. But once again, we have to wait and see. So in a few days time, we'll start to get teasers on Netmumbo's Twitter that will likely confirm who the next festival will be, and at that point we will see if they're going to be light or dark. So with that being said, boys, I think I've gone through my points on why I do believe it will be the Escanor from the Zeldris fights. Just break down how this character will play, but do let me know your opinions down below who you think the Escanor will be, because at the moment it's not guaranteed to be anyone, but I think the most likelihood here is got to be Escanor from that fight, although I have seen a few other YouTubers say that it could be Escanor the One, and while I do agree in some senses, I just gotta stick to my gut right now. I think it's going to be Escanor from this fight, so let's break it down. Now, if you've been following the channel for a while now, you know how I think the Escanor will be played, because I said it in a few videos, and I do believe he'll start out in his actual Sunshine form, but then later transform, but not in the same sense of how we have transforming Eren and transforming characters at the moment, because transforming characters right now kind of suck in the game, and Escanor right now definitely could be the addition to Grand Cross to make these transformation characters better. I do think the most safe answer and the best way I can describe it would to make it like this, where he has two skills. His ultimate would be him transforming, however transform back back, like how we do see him in the actual fight. However, the difference is he does transform back because obviously Chandler uses darkness and there's no sun, so he does transform back. But I do think that would be a good way to implement obviously the one in his actual moveset, but also make it so he's not also the one and make the one still somewhat irrelevant, although he's not really relevant now, but it will still make some difference towards the characters. So let's start off with his first skill. His first skill I believe will be Cruel Sun. Now there will be a bit of a difference here because I do believe it will be AoE, but also Cruel Sun plus Pride Flare. During the fight with obviously Estarossa a very long time ago, he did use Cruel Sun, that obviously did the impact, and then he used Pride Flare to actually make it explode. This could be a massive AoE damage skill, and although he doesn't actually say Pride Flare in the actual moveset, he does have that sort of stance almost, so I do believe this would be a good way to add the skill, and to make Cruel Sun different in the moveset, because to be fair boys, he only really does 2 moves in this actual fight scene, in his actual daytime form. Plus, it'll be a good way to reference the fight with obviously Estarossa a long time ago and add some difference to the moveset. The next skill is Crazy Prominence. This is the one where he shoots a massive loads of fireballs out of his back. Now once again, I assume if it was going to be in game, it would be a different perspective. He'd probably just get enraged and just do a massive outburst of fireballs somehow. To be fair, if they actually don't want to make the Escanor transform or base anything off his actual the one form, this very well could be his ultimate, and that does mean his character will likely have 2 AoE skills, and if they really don't want to do that, they can definitely make the Cruel Sun plus Pride Flare an actual single target skill, so the character can have some single target and also AoE damage, because well, the ultimate would be most likely a single target ultimate skill. As you would imagine, when Escanor does transform into his actual the one form, he normally uses it to fight one person, so he doesn't really have that many AoE skills in this form, but the most iconic skill from the actual fight was his Divine Spear Escanor. Once again, to separate him from the Divine Sword Escanor when he uses his ultimate in the actual the one form, this will be him using the spear poke, doing crazy damage, most likely another broken single target ultimate. Not too sure how they can get better than death damage, but it's got to be a bit broken for it to be actually meta. But after the ultimate is finished, he would then transform back to his actual Sunshine form to once again go back to his normal outfit. I do think this would be quite cool, because that would mean whatever outfit you're wearing, he will then wear in his actual the one form, unless they do the actual route of the actual old Escanor where he kind of rips all the clothes off. But yeah boys, that's my prediction for the moveset. What do you lot think about it? First skill being Cruel Sun with obviously Pride Flare. The next skill being Crazy Prominence, which has got to be an AoE skill. I think it's debatable right now if they actually decide to make Cruel Sun single target or AoE. And then his ultimate will be Divine Spear Escanor, which will do a poke into someone and absolutely annihilate them. And I will say this though, will the character have a grace? No, probably not. I think Escanor may have a grace for ultimate the one Escanor, because then at that point it's more established that he has the Sunshine Grace. Although it is established right now, because Margaret did reveal it quite a while ago, to be fair. If we are going to be getting Mael for New Year's or even just before Escanor, he is guaranteed to have the Sunshine Grace. So to get him with a grace and then to get Escanor either before or after with another grace of Sunshine, it would be a bit too much here. So we're going to just say this character is not going to have a grace. And of course for his passive, boys, you lot know if you watch the channel, I can't tell you what it could be because I don't know what it's going to be. And Netmarble can do whatever they want, and whatever I say, it's just not going to happen, so I'm not going to say it. So if you lot want to, comment down below what you think this passive could be for Divine Spear Escanor. And yeah boys, that is all for today. Let me know what you think. Is it going to be this Escanor, or will it be Ultimate Escanor? Once again, I'm excited to see who it's going to be. Although in 76 Leaks is back and has spoiled that it is an Escanor, although we kind of knew it was Escanor already. Hopefully he doesn't confirm what Escanor it will be, so we can see in the live stream and be excited about it. So boys, thank you for watching. See you lot in a few days time when the actual live stream does actually come out. If it is Escanor, it could be me out, who knows. But thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.